Good morning, families, and congratulations to the class of 2026. Your common application is finally available and ready for you to begin. I'm going to walk through what you will find if you already have a Common App account. So bear with me as this is live. I'm going to go ahead and put in my information and it will sign in automatically. As we wait for it to open up, we should see that it looks a little differently. So it says, welcome back. And if you are applying for the class of 2026, you would click this right here, applying as a first year student and plan to start college in 2025 or 2026. So I'm going to click that, hit continue. I'm just going to keep all my colleges. These were just fun examples from previous years that have built up over. So I'm going to hit continue. I'm going to put, are you currently based in European Union City? No. And then look, it's been updated. So each application year, there are updates, and we're going to look at them. There is a refresh. It looks much better. I can already tell you that. They've made a few changes, so make sure you read all of this. There's a new dashboard, which is going to be here on the left-hand side. It kind of looks like an email setup. So make sure you look over all these detailed overview application information. The common questions on the common application is where you'll find questions that are part of all your college applications. And if information's already been entered, they will have been updated or arranged. So we'll look at that. The My Colleges section, this one is not available from year to year. So that's going to be completely different. And then recommenders, that also is not carried over. Okay, well, look at this. This is great looking. Good job, Common App. So this is a practice account. So mine may look a little bit different than yours. But let's take a look at this together and go from there. You'll see immediately on the right-hand side, this is the help and support. So that's good to have. And then on the left-hand side, this is the dashboard. So here on the dashboard, we've got my common application, which is where I will find profile, family, education, testing, activities, and writing sections. And then you've got it again over here on the left. When I simply press my common application, you can click here and go to profile and put in your personal information, your address, contact details, demographics, your language. Oops, sorry, that was a misclick. Back in profile, you've got geography and nationality, and then the common app fee waiver. So that is really nice. And you've got these buttons right here that you can press, and it'll go down with more information for that section. So you still have profile with your basic information, and then you've got the family information where you would put in your household information, your parents, and your siblings. You still have your education section where you would put in your high schools, secondary high schools, college, universities, grades, current or most recent year courses, your honors. And this is anything academic. It's an achievement, right? Academically beginning in 9th grade. You also have community-based organizations, which is really about, have you received any free assistance in the application process? And then the future plans, this too, where you intend to choose your highest degree and then your career that you're most interested in. Okay, so that really hasn't changed much. Going down to, whoopsies, it's a little soft at the touch, testing. You've got applying as a first year student, and then you would put in your highest degree. Is it still on education? Hold on, it might be. No, it's just still on future plans. My bad. So on testing, these are the section that you would put in SAT and ACT. So that's a really nice thing for some of y'all to be able to put in, and for others you may have questions about that, you can reach out and talk to me. The biggest changes were here in the activities section. That's the responsibility and circumstances. This is new. So sometimes academic and activities are impacted by household responsibilities or certain circumstances that impact the family and students. So colleges are giving you an opportunity to share this with them. You may repeat information that you already provided elsewhere in your Common App, which they're saying that for a reason here. So you would literally look through all these reasons and you can put other and list it here if this is not one of them. And then it says, please select which circumstances you've experienced. So that is a new part of the application, which I believe will help students really show what their responsibilities are that are important to the family unit and to the student. Under activities, you have the opportunity to report anything that you have taken part in and outside of the classroom. This is an opportunity to shape your application, showing leadership, community engagement, membership to different clubs and organizations, volunteering. This has not changed. It may look different, but the information is still consistent with the old application. And also on any of these pages, you can hit preview and it's going to look the same as it did in the old Common App. Responsibilities and circumstances I just went over. Now they did pull out the activities section and added this, responsibilities and circumstances. And then you've got the writing section. The personal essay is the same. So you will see that which schools, now I don't have any schools actually listed yet, so it's not showing which schools require the Common App personal essay and which schools do not. But here it's the very same layout. You choose the question you're going to answer and you put in your answer right here in this box. Once that's in, you hit continue. And then this is different. This is additional information. And it says sometimes students' application achievements may be impacted by challenges or other circumstances. And they give lots of reasons: access to a safe and quiet study place, discrimination, family or other obligations, natural disasters, war, conflict, physical health, mental well-being. So you can go through all of these. If you're comfortable sharing, they're asking for information that could help colleges better understand the context of your application. Colleges may use this information to provide you and your fellow students with support and resources. So it's really helping colleges not only know more about the applicant, but also what could they be missing on their college campus. So that's here. 250 words can be used to describe the challenge or circumstance. And then you do still have, please provide any additional information you wish to share. So there's a lot that could go in here. If you have questions, please reach out to your consultant or contact Williams Educational. You do only have 300 words that can be used to provide additional information. Okay, so then after writing, you've got courses and grades. So with this piece, you have to go to My Colleges, which you'll see is right here. I love the symbols they've used. And then you would literally add in the colleges. So here we've got, I'll just do University of Georgia. Oh, well, it would help if I spelled it rightly. Sorry. Still early. Okay, so I added that school. When I go to My Colleges over here, you will see UGA is there. And when I click on it, the layout looks different from the old app. It's very pleasing, I think, to the eyes. You literally would click on General and you would start to read through what UGA is asking for. They want to know your preferred start term. They want to know your decision plan, early action or regular decision. They want to understand financial information for Hope and Zell Miller. So you just need to walk through each of these sections and complete them. They do want to know the UGA College of Interest, your pre-professional interest. By the time of your high school graduation, will you have you completed these required courses? So you just need to go through each of these and go ahead and answer them to the best of your ability. If you have questions, reach out to your counselor, Williams Educational Consultant, or the consultant that you're working with to ask the question specific to you. So under this, you can see there's a family section, optional parent guardian information, parent guardian 2, household information, siblings at UGA, residency, writing. Every school will have their own section for you to put information they're requesting simply about what they want to know for their school. So writing, if you have it under your college, is specific to that college. This is specific to University of Georgia. This is their supplemental question. And then required additional information. So you've got to go through and read these and answer them correctly. The big one is recommenders and FERPA. Now, you have to have a high school connected to your common application here. Under education, you've got to put in your high school information. I obviously don't have a high school, so it's hard for me to show you that. But once you put that in and you're back on the college side, when you look at the recommenders and FERPA, you will need to go ahead and complete this. I always say waive your right because recommenders want to be able to speak highly about you, but they don't necessarily want you to know what they are saying. So go ahead and waive that right to not read your recommendation letter. And then once you do this on the education side and you put in your high school, all of this for the review and submission will be available. It's just not now because my application is obviously not complete. So that's review and submit. Over here, you've got the college search bar where you can type in the college names and then add them to your list. Direct admissions, they'll talk about that and how it works. So that's something that you should go through and read. And then the financial aid information talks about different types of financial aid, grants, scholarships, loans, work study. And then they do have a resource list for scholarships and then information on how to apply for financial aid. You've got your settings down here, and then you can sign out over here. So that is it. Common App is new. It is August 1st. We at Williams Educational are here to help you in any way possible. Please let us know. Don't feel like you have to rush and submit this. Today, you do not, but I would go ahead and begin completing the application, filling in the necessary sections, and working on your personal essay and supplemental questions for each university. Thank you again for giving me the opportunity to show you the new common application. And I look forward to working with each of you as we complete this part of the process and submit applications. Have a great day.